Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and before we get into this jaw-dropping political drama, make sure you hit that subscribe button and share this video so we can keep exposing the stories they don't want you to know. Today, we're diving deep into what could be one of the most explosive and dangerous internal battles in South African politics, the reported rift between Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu that threatens to tear the economic freedom fighters apart from the inside. This is not just political gossip, this is a full-on clash of power, ego, and vision that could reshape the EFF forever. For years, Malema and Shivambu have been the dynamic duo at the heart of the EFF's aggressive rise to political prominence. Malema, the fiery orator, and Shivambu, the calculated strategist, seemed inseparable, brothers in arms who built a movement from nothing into a formidable force. But insiders say the unity we've seen on stage is now cracking behind the scenes. Whispers from within suggest tensions have been simmering for months, and now the pot is boiling over. The question is, what exactly went wrong between these two political titans? Sources close to the party claim the trouble started when Shivambu allegedly began expressing dissatisfaction with Malema's style of leadership, accusing him of making unilateral decisions without consulting the top leadership structures. The EFF has always marketed itself as a collective, disciplined force, but the reality, according to some insiders, is that Malema's word often overrides any internal process. That may have worked in the early days, but now, with the EFF aiming for national power, Shivambu reportedly believes the party needs a more democratic approach, one that doesn't revolve around a single man. On the other side, Malema is said to be furious about what he sees as Shivambu's growing ambition and potential disloyalty. For Malema, loyalty is everything. You can disagree privately, but once you challenge the commander-in-chief's authority in public or even behind closed doors with the wrong audience, you're playing with political fire. And it appears that Malema believes Shivambu has crossed that line. Some even say that Malema feels Shivambu has been building his own internal alliances within the party, preparing for a possible leadership challenge in the near future. The tension reportedly exploded during a heated closed-door meeting of the party's central command team. According to leaked accounts, voices were raised, accusations flew across the table, and at one point, Malema and Shivambu were locked in a verbal confrontation so intense that other senior leaders had to step in to calm things down. The subject? The future direction of the party, its alliances, and whether the EFF is still on track with its founding principles or drifting into the dangerous waters of personal cult politics. Some insiders claim that the battle is not just about personalities, but also about the EFF strategy heading into 2026 and beyond. Shivambu is allegedly pushing for a more pragmatic approach, building coalition relationships even with unlikely partners if it means gaining more influence in government. Malema, however, is reportedly sticking to a more radical, purist vision, refusing to compromise on certain ideological lines, even if it means losing out on immediate political opportunities. This difference in strategy has reportedly deepened the rift, with each man believing the other's approach could cost the party dearly. The stakes are enormous. The EFF is at a crossroads, with significant youth support, growing grassroots influence, and the potential to play keymaker in future elections. But internal wars have destroyed political movements before, and if this clash between Malema and Shivambu is not resolved, it could split the party into factions. Imagine an EFF without its two most powerful leaders on the same page. It would be a disaster not just for the Red Berets, but for the entire political balance of South Africa. Some political analysts are already speculating about what could happen if the relationship completely breaks down. A Shivambu departure from the EFF would be seismic. He's not just the deputy president, he's an architect of the party's policies, a master tactician, and someone with his own loyal following inside and outside the organization. If he walked away, he could take a chunk of the party's intellectual core with him. On the flip side, anyone going head-to-head with Malema risks being politically obliterated. Malema's charisma, control of the party machinery, and deep connections in both political and grassroots networks make him a formidable opponent. Adding fuel to the fire, there are rumors that outside forces may be trying to exploit this internal tension. Rivals of the EFF, both in government and opposition, would love nothing more than to see the party implode before it reaches its full potential. Divide and conquer is one of the oldest political tricks in the book, and if Malema and Shivambu are distracted by fighting each other, their enemies will have a golden opportunity to weaken the Red Berets. Some even believe certain media leaks about their feud might have been strategically timed to push the division into the public eye and force them into positions they can't easily walk back from. Publicly, both men have denied any serious fallout, putting on a united front at rallies and in parliament. But body language doesn't lie. Observers have noticed fewer joint public appearances, less warmth between the two, and even subtle digs in speeches that, to the trained ear, sound like political shade. It's as if the smiling photos and public embraces are just a thin layer of paint covering cracks in the wall. For the EFF supporters, this is deeply worrying. The party has always thrived on the image of unity and discipline, soldiers in political uniform moving in the same direction. If the leadership starts looking fractured, that image could crumble, and the EFF's enemies will pounce on it. And let's not forget, politics is a brutal game. History shows that when two leaders of a movement clash, only one usually survives politically. The other either fades away or is forced out. The question now is, will Malema and Shivambu find a way to reconcile, or is this the beginning of the end of their partnership? Will the EFF emerge stronger from this storm, or will the Red Berets become another cautionary tale of how personal power struggles can destroy political dreams? Whatever happens next, one thing is certain, South African politics just got a lot more unpredictable, and the battle for the soul of the EFF is far from over. If you thought the drama in our politics was already at boiling point, buckle up, because if this showdown escalates, we're about to witness a political earthquake that will shake the foundations of the opposition landscape. And when the dust settles, only one commander will be left standing.